Hello everyone, settle in and get comfy, cozy. Today we're going to discuss a topic that many of you are passionate about, how to think faster in English, especially for those of you working in international settings. We all know that split-second hesitation can disrupt the flow of a conversation, make you seem less confident, and even hinder your productivity. So, let's dive into some practical strategies to boost your English processing speed. Let's get into it. All right, so I first want to draw your attention to the first strategy. Embrace the power of chunking. Think of it like this. When you read a long sentence, you don't process each individual word. You group words into meaningful chunks. We're going to apply the same principle to spoken English. Instead of translating word by word, train your brain to recognize common phrases and expressions as single units. For example, instead of thinking, what is the status of the project, try to grasp what's the status of the project as one chunk. This technique is especially helpful when dealing with longer or more complex sentences. For instance, consider the sentence, "Could you please provide an update on the progress of the marketing campaign?" Rather than getting bogged down in translating each and every word, try to identify the key chunks. Could you provide? That's one chunk. An update on? That's another chunk. The process of? That's another chunk. The marketing campaign? The final chunk. So with practice, your brain will become more adept at recognizing these patterns, allowing you to comprehend spoken English more effortlessly. Chunking helps with understanding spoken English by training your brain to recognize common phrases and expressions as single units. This allows you to process information more quickly and efficiently as you're not getting bogged down in translating each individual word. It's like recognizing the shape of a whole word instead of sounding out each letter. How to practice? Well, shadowing. Find a short audio clip or a video, ideally with transcripts, and try to mimic the speaker's rhythm and intonation, focusing on those chunks. Phrase drills. Create flashcards with common phrases on one side and their translations on the other. Practice recalling the English phrase quickly when you see the translation. Strategy number 2, expand your vocabulary strategically. A rich vocabulary is a valuable asset, offering you a wide range of words to express yourself effectively and precisely. Think of it like a well-stocked toolbox. The more tools that you have at your disposal, the faster and more efficiently you can tackle any task. However, it's not just about accumulating a vast collection of words. So do not just memorize random words. You know, I'm not a fan of memorization to begin with. I prefer internalizing because that really works. That really sticks. So focus on building a vocabulary that is relevant to your needs, particularly those related to your profession and everyday interactions. By doing so, you'll have the right words readily available when you need them the most, allowing you to communicate with clarity and confidence. How to practice? Contextual learning. When you encounter a new word, don't just look up its definition. First, try to understand its nuances and how it's used in different contexts. Word families. Learn the different forms of a word, noun, verb, adjective, adverb, to expand your vocabulary exponentially. For example, analyze is a verb, analysis is a noun, analytical is an adjective. Number 3, master the art of prediction. Native English L1 speakers possess an intuitive ability to anticipate the trajectory of a conversation. This skill stems from their subconscious understanding of contextual cues and their deep-rooted knowledge of common language patterns. While this might seem like an innate talent, it's actually a skill that can be developed and honed. By consciously practicing and employing specific techniques, you can train your brain to predict upcoming elements in a conversation, even when English might not be your first language. This ability to anticipate not only enhances our comprehension, but also allows us to respond more swiftly and naturally, contributing to a smoother and more engaging conversational flow. How to practice. Active listening. When someone is speaking, try to anticipate what they might say next. This will keep your brain engaged and ready to respond quickly. Fill in the blanks exercises. Find exercises or create your own where you have to complete sentences or dialogues based on context. Number 4, immerse yourself in the language. The more you immerse yourself in the English language, the more efficiently your brain will be to process it. This phenomenon is akin to learning a musical instrument. The more you practice, the more instinctive, natural, and fluid your movements become. Consistent exposure to English through listening, speaking, reading, and writing helps to reinforce neural pathways in your brain, making it easier to recognize and understand language patterns. As you continue to engage with English, your brain adapts and becomes increasingly adept at processing the language quickly and effortlessly. This increased processing speed not only enhances your comprehension, but also enables you to respond more spontaneously and confidently in conversations. How to practice. Consume English content, preferably authentic English content, or as we say, authentic materials. Watch movies, TV shows, or documentaries in English. Listen to podcasts, audiobooks, or English language music. Engage in conversations. Seek out opportunities to speak with native or fluent L1, L2 English speakers. Join language exchange groups or online communities. Number 5, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Remember, fluency is more important than perfection. Don't let the fear of making mistakes hold you back. Embrace mistakes as learning opportunities and teachable moments. How to practice. Record yourself. Speak on a topic that you're comfortable with for a few minutes and then listen back. Identify areas where you hesitate or pause or hedge or make mistakes and then focus on improving them. Find a language partner. Practice speaking with somebody who can provide constructive feedback and help you correct your errors and mistakes. Number 6, cultivate a growth mindset. Believe in your ability to improve. Remember, language learning is a journey, and it's a long journey to be exact, not a destination. So celebrate your progress and stay motivated. Find your why to help build that intrinsic motivation. And remember, consistency is key. Practice regularly, hopefully daily. You can make the time if it's a priority for you, even if it's just for a few minutes each day. Be patient with yourself. It really takes time and effort to develop fluency. So please don't get discouraged if you don't see results overnight. Generally, we don't really see results overnight because it takes time. And lastly, have fun. Language learning should be enjoyable. So find activities and resources and tasks that you find interesting and engaging. By implementing these strategies and practicing consistently, you will gradually train your brain to think faster in English. This will not only boost your confidence and productivity at work, but also enrich your overall communication skills. Remember, this journey to fluency is a marathon, it's not a sprint. So embrace the process, celebrate your successes, and most importantly, never ever stop learning. If you're looking for daily practice in English and a community of English learners with whom you can practice your communication skills, then join us at explearning Academy. And you can find out more details using the link down below or by going directly to academy.explearning.co. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this lesson, then subscribe to the channel, give it a like, and turn on the notification bell so that you never miss a lesson. And if you want more lessons from me, then you can subscribe to our newsletter at advancedenglish.co, and you'll get an email directly from me delivered straight to your inbox each and every week. And if you want to listen to Advanced English on the go, then follow our podcast and leave a review if you so choose. It really helps support the channel and the podcast. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.